Hello, sweet soul, and welcome back to Brit's Bedtime Stories. Tonight's story is for the tired ones, for the ones who have been doing their best for a long time, for the ones whose minds have been too full, for the ones whose bodies have been asking for rest, even when life kept asking for more. So, as you listen, tonight, you do not have to try hard. You do not have to visualize perfectly. You do not have to relax on command. There is nothing to prove here. So just let the words move slowly around you, like warm water, like soft darkness, like stars drifting far, far away from every problem that has been pressing against your chest. And, as always, if this story brings you comfort, rest, or even one small moment of peace, you are welcome to like, subscribe, share, or leave a comment below. You can also request a future bedtime story, and I may create one for you with a little shout out in the description. But for now, there is nothing else you need to do. So, let your shoulders soften. Let your jaw become a little less tight. Let your eyes rest however they want to rest. Open or closed, heavy or soft. And let this story carry you to a place beyond the noise, a place beyond the world, a place made for deep rest. Tonight, you are going to the star float sanctuary, far beyond the city lights, far, far beyond the hum of traffic, far beyond the glow of screens, the lists, the worries, the unfinished things. There is a place that can only be found when a person is truly tired. Not ordinary tired, not the kind of tired that one nap can fix, but soul tired, bone tired, burnout tired, the kind of tired that comes from being strong for far too long, the kind of tired that comes from holding your breath through life without even realizing it, the kind of tired that whispers, I need somewhere quiet, I need to stop, I need to be held by something that does not need anything from not a dramatic one. Just a small, quiet doorway of silver blue light. It may appear at the edge of a room, or beside your bed, or in the soft darkness behind your tired eyes. It does not ask for a password. It does not ask if you have finished everything. It does not ask if you deserve to enter. It simply waits, patient, gentle, certain, and somehow you know it is just for you. The doorway glows faintly like moonlight reflected on water. Around its edges, tiny stars shimmer in slow patterns, pulsing like a calm heartbeat. You step closer, and with every step, the world behind you grows a little quieter. The messages can wait. The dishes can wait. The expectations can wait. Even the thoughts that usually chase you. What if? Why didn't I? I should have. I need to begin to lose their sharpness. They are still there, perhaps, but they are farther away now. Softer, less powerful, as if someone has turned down the volume on the entire world. You reach the doorway, and written across the top in letters made of gentle starlight are the words, "You may rest before you break." For a moment, those words sink into you. You may rest before you break, not after, not only when you collapse, not only when every task is complete, not only when everyone else is taken care of. Before, now, here, you may rest before you break. The doorway opens without a sound. Beyond it is not a room, not a hallway, not a place you have ever seen before. Beyond it is space, deep, endless, velvet black space, but not cold space, not frightening. This space feels warm, soft, quiet, like the universe has wrapped itself in blankets and dimmed all the lights just for you. Stars drift, 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 slowly in the distance. Nebulas bloom like clouds of violet. Far below, the earth glows like a small blue pearl, beautiful, beloved, but very, very far away. Far away from the pressure, far away from the noise, far away from all the things that have been pulling at you. You step through, and instead of falling, you float gently, effortlessly, as if gravity has decided just for tonight that it does not need to hold you so tightly. Your body becomes light, not weightless in a dizzy way, but supported, held from every direction. You do not have to balance. You do not have to brace. You do not have to keep yourself upright. You are carried. Slowly, the doorway fades behind you. Ahead, a path of tiny stars appear beneath your feet. Each star glows only when you are near it, lighting your way one gentle step at a time. You follow. There is no rush. There is nowhere to be. The path curves through the darkness toward something vast and peaceful in the distance. At first, it looks like a small moon. Then, as you drift closer, you see that it is a sanctuary. A quiet, floating sanctuary made of smooth white stone, glass, and soft silver light. It hangs among the stars like a secret spa at the edge of the universe. Around it, rings of water float in graceful circles, shimmering with reflections of galaxies. Slow streams pour through the air without falling, moving like ribbons of liquid moonlight. There are no crowds here, no voices, no demands, only hush, only space, only the low, soothing sound of water moving slowly through the dark. As you approach, wide doors open at the front of the sanctuary. Warm mist spills out, carrying the scent of minerals, rain, lavender, cedar, and something clean that reminds you of the air after a storm. The mist touches your face, your forehead softens, your throat loosens, your chest makes a little more room for breath. You enter. Inside the sanctuary is dim and The walls curve like the inside of a pearl. Soft stars glow behind the translucent stone. The floor feels warm beneath your feet. And somewhere nearby, water echoes gently. Drip, pause, drip, pause. A rhythm slower than thought. A rhythm older than worry. You move through a quiet corridor where the lights brighten only as much as needed. Not too much, never too much. Everything here understands overstimulation. Everything here understands that a tired nervous system does not need more brightness, more noise, more pressure, more input. It needs less force, less urgency, less pretending, more softness, more warmth, more room. At the end of the corridor is a round chamber, the star float chamber. It is vast and calm, with a ceiling made entirely of glass. Above you, the universe stretches endlessly. Stars drift across the darkness like slow sparks from a dream. In the center of the chamber is a pool, but it does not look like an ordinary pool. It looks like a piece of night sky has melted into water. Dark, glossy, warm, filled with tiny points of light beneath the surface, as if the stars themselves have dissolved into it. Steam rises gently from the water. Around the pool, smooth stones glow with soft golden warmth. There are folded towels, thick and white. A robe the color of deep twilight. A small cup of cool water waiting beside the edge. Everything has been prepared just for you. Not because you earned it, not because you performed well enough, but because you are alive and living things need care. At the edge of the pool, a quiet message appears in the air, written in silver light. Nothing is required from you here. The words hang there for a moment, then slowly dissolve. Nothing is required from you here. Not productivity, not cheerfulness, not explaining yourself, not improving yourself, not even healing perfectly. Here, healing does not come through effort. Healing comes through allowing. You take a slow step toward the water. The does not shock the body, but invites it, heals it. The kind of warmth that says, I have you. You step deeper. The water reaches your ankles, your calves, your knees, your thighs, your hips, your ribs. With every inch, your body begins to understand something before your mind can explain it. The water is holding you. You do not have to hold everything. The water reaches your chest, your shoulders, and then slowly you lean back. The pool receives you completely. Your head rests easily. Your ears sink just enough beneath the surface that the world becomes perfectly muffled, quiet, distant, safe. Like you're in a womb and the water holds your back, your hips, your legs, your arms, every part of you supported, healed, loved. Nothing pressing, nothing pulling, nothing asking, just floating. And for a while, there is only the sound of your own breath and heartbeat, softened by water and the distant hum of stars above you. Your body may not relax all at once, and that is all right. The body is wise, and sometimes it needs time to believe in safety. Sometimes the shoulders stay lifted for a while. Sometimes the jaw keeps gripping. Sometimes the belly holds tight. Sometimes the mind keeps checking for danger, even when danger is gone. That does not mean you are doing anything wrong. It means your body has been protecting you. So, tonight, you do not fight the tension. You thank it gently, silently. Thank you, shoulders, for trying to carry so much. Thank you, jaw, for holding back what could not be said. Thank you, chest, for protecting my heart. Thank you, belly, for bracing through uncertainty. Thank you, mind, for trying to keep me prepared. And now, for this moment, you may soften. Not forever, not perfectly, just a little. The water beneath you warms by a single degree, barely noticeable. Your muscles notice. Your back spreads wider. Your hands uncurl slightly. Your tongue relaxes in your mouth. Your forehead smooths. The space between your eyebrows opens. The breath comes in, and the breath goes out. Nothing to chase, nothing to fix. The chamber grows darker. The stars above become clearer. Slowly, the ceiling fades away, or perhaps it was never there at all. The pool opens into space, and you are floating now, not just in water, but in the great, quiet ocean between worlds. Warm water below, endless stars above. Your body safe, your mind drifting, your soul far away from every trouble that has been clinging to you. Below, the earth is smaller now, a blue pearl in the distance. You can still love it. You can still return to it, but you do not have to carry all of it tonight. You do not have to solve your whole life from this pool. You do not have to rehearse tomorrow. You do not have to replay yesterday. The past is not asking to be edited right now. The future is not asking to be controlled. This moment is enough. This floating is enough. This breath is enough. Above you, a slow meteor crosses the sky. It leaves behind a trail of silver dust. The dust falls softly toward the pool, not like ash, but like blessing. Where it touches the water, little circles of light spread outward. One circle reaches your feet. Your feet soften. They have carried you through so much. Another circle reaches your legs. Your legs grow heavier in the water, but lighter inside. Another reaches your hips. The deep muscles there begin to unclench. Another reaches your stomach. Your belly does not have to be tight here. It does not have to be guarded. It can rise and fall softly, naturally. Another circle reaches your chest. The breath deepens on its own, not because you force it, because the body is beginning to feel less alone. circle reaches your shoulders, a tiny release, then another, and then another, like knots loosening in warm thread. Another circle reaches your throat, words you never said do not need to be spoken tonight. They can rest too. Another reaches your face, your eyes soften, your cheeks soften, your jaw softens, even your thoughts begin to float farther apart. More space between them, more silence around them. A thought appears, then drifts away. Another appears, then dissolves. You do not need to follow. You do not need to finish every thought. The mind has been running so many loops, so many tabs open, so many alarms ringing, but here in the star float sanctuary, the mind is allowed to close them one by one, not by force, but trust. One little window closes, then another. The brain, so faithful and tired, begins to learn a new pattern. Stillness is not danger. Quiet is not emptiness. Rest is not failure. Rest is repair. And each time that message moves through you, it lays down a tiny new path inside. A softer path, a kinder path, a path you can find again. Maybe not perfectly, maybe not every day, but more easily with practice. The path says, I can pause, I can return to myself, I can let my body receive care, I can rest before I break. The water hums softly beneath you. It is not music exactly. It is more like a tone, low, warm, almost felt more than heard. The sound moves into your bones. It vibrates gently through your spine. Not enough to disturb, just enough to remind the body that it has rhythm, that it has intelligence, that it has been healing quietly in the background all along. Even when you felt stuck, even when you felt exhausted, Even when you thought nothing was changing, your body was still trying. Your heart was still beating. Your cells were still repairing. Your nervous system was still searching for safety. And tonight, it has found some, a little, enough. Above you, 3 stars brighten. They are larger than the others. Soft gold, cool blue, gentle violet. The golden star lowers first. It descends slowly until it hovers over your chest. Its light is warm like sunlight through curtains in the early morning. It does not burn. It does not push. It simply glows. And as it glows, it seems to speak without words. You are allowed to receive. The warmth spreads through your chest, into the ribs, around the heart, not demanding the heart open all at once, but just letting it know there's warmth here, there is room here. You are allowed to receive. The blue star lowers next. It hovers above your forehead. Its light is cool and clear, like fresh water, like winter air under a bright moon. It whispers into the busy places of the mind. You do not have to solve everything tonight. A wave of relief moves across your forehead. The planning mind softens. The analyzing mind softens. The part of you that keeps trying to predict, prevent, prepare, and protect is invited to lie down. Not forever, just tonight. The violet star lowers last. It hovers above your body, your entire body. Its light is soft and deep, like twilight. It wraps around you slowly from head to toe. And its message is simple. You are safe enough to soften now. Safe enough. Not perfectly safe in every way the mind could imagine. Not guaranteed against all future discomfort. Just safe enough in this moment. Safe enough to let the shoulders drop. Safe enough to let the belly move with breath. Safe enough to stop scanning. Safe enough to stop performing. Safe enough to float, the 3 stars begin to circle above you. Gold, blue, violet, receiving, releasing, softening, receiving, releasing, softening. Their lights move slowly above the water, over your skin, through the quiet chamber of space, and then from somewhere far beyond them, you hear the gentlest sound, almost like singing, almost like whales in a deep ocean, almost like a choir too distant to understand. The sound carries no words, only feeling, and the feeling is this: you are not behind, you are not failing, you are not too late. You are not weak for being tired. You are a living being who has been carrying a lot, and living beings need cycles, awake and asleep, giving and receiving, moving and resting, blooming and rooting. Even stars are born in darkness. Even oceans need tides. Even the moon disappears to become new and whole again. So, perhaps you are not falling apart. Perhaps you are entering a quiet phase of repair, a hidden phase, a sacred pause, a place where the next version of you is not being forced into existence, but gently restored. The water rocks you almost imperceptibly, so slow, so subtle, like being held by the breath of the universe. Your thoughts become softer. Images may come and go. And each time something rises, the water accepts it. You do not have to push anything away. You do not have to grab anything either. A worry appears. The water says, I can hold that for now. A memory appears. The stars say, not tonight, sweet one. A fear appears. The warmth says, you may rest beside me. And slowly, the things inside you that felt sharp begin to lose their edges. Not erased, not denied, just softened, held in a larger space, a space so vast that no single worry can fill it, no single fear can dominate it, no single unfinished task can define you. You are floating cosmic ocean, beloved by silence. And the silence asks nothing of you. The silence does not need you to be impressive. The silence does not need you to explain why you are tired. The silence already understands. For a while, there's only warmth, only floating, only stars. The water beneath you seems to become thicker now, more supportive, like liquid velvet. Your arms drift slightly away from your sides. Your fingers float open. Your spine releases into the support beneath you. The back of your head rests without effort, without pressure. The tiny muscles around your eyes unclench. The corners of your mouth soften. Even the part of you that has been waiting for the next problem begins to blink slowly and lie down. In the distance, a small cluster of stars gathers itself into the shape of a doorway. Not the doorway you entered through. This one is farther away, softer. It is not time to leave yet. It is simply there to remind you that you can return when needed. This sanctuary is not a place you must earn. It is a place within you, a pattern, a pathway, a memory your body can learn. The more often you come here, even in imagination, the more familiar the path becomes. The brain learns through repetition. The body learns through safety. The heart learns through gentleness. And tonight, all three are learning. Slowly, quietly, without pressure. The golden star above you glows once more. A warm light moves down the center of your body, from the top of your head to your forehead, your throat, your heart, your stomach, your hips, your legs, your feet. It is like a reset, not dramatic, not instant, just a little softer in your inner alignment, like every part of you remembering it belongs to the same whole being. The blue star follows, sending cool calm around the edges of your mind. The violet star follows, wrapping you in darkness that feels protective, not empty. The three lights blend together now. Gold, blue, violet, warmth, clarity, peace. and beneath them the water begins to whisper, I hold you, you're safe, you're healing. Every whisper slower than the last, I hold you, you're safe, you're healing. Your body does not have to hold itself so tightly. And somewhere deep inside, beneath the fatigue, beneath the stress, beneath the version of you that has been trying so hard, there is a small, quiet flame. Not a flame that demands action. Not a flame that tells you to get up and prove yourself. A resting flame, a pilot light, the tiny sacred spark that never fully goes out. The part of you that still knows how to heal, how to hope, how to begin again after rest. The water protects that flame. The stars feed it gently. And you do not have to make it bigger tonight. You only have to let it stay warm. That is enough. You are enough. Existing here is enough. The sanctuary begins to move even farther from Earth now. Not because you are leaving your life forever, but because for deep rest, sometimes distance is medicine. The troubles become smaller. The conversations, the responsibilities, the pressures, the aches of the day, the emotional weight, the noise, the hurry, the endless need to be available, smaller, softer, farther away, until they are only tiny sparks on a distant shore. You do not have to swim toward them, not tonight. Tonight you float away from the shore, out into quiet, out into space. Your breathing may already be slower now, or maybe it is simply being noticed. Either way, it is fine. The inhale arrives, the exhale leaves like a tide, in and out. You do not need to count. You do not need to control. You are simply letting go. You are simply falling asleep now, drifting and drifting and doing so perfectly well, like a tide, like starlight. You can rest now, sweet soul. Good night. There you go. Shh. You've done so perfectly well. You are safe to soften now. safe to heal, safe to sleep. Good night and sweet dreams.